Hello friends, my name is Dr Awdhesh Singh and today we are going to discuss something very important, that is about 7 golden rules for Indian civil servants. Friends, I would like to first introduce myself. I am an officer of Indian Revenue Service. I joined the Custom and Central Excise Department in the year 1991. Thereafter, I worked in the Custom and Excise Department for 25 years and I took voluntary retirement from the service in the month of October 2016. During this period, I worked in different formations of Custom and Excise Department and I also got the Certificate of Merit from World Custom Organization in the International Customs Day in the year 2011. I also got the Presidential Award, which is the most prestigious award in the Government of India in my department in the year 2016. So friends, I have got 25 years of experience in the Customs and Central Excise Department in the Indian Revenue Service, which is one of the most important department in the Government of India. And today I am going to tell you something about the principles which all civil servants must follow. And if they follow these rules, if they follow these principles, then I can assure you that they will become a very effective civil servants and they will be getting a lot of name in the civil servants. Now, the first golden rule we learned when we were under probation. When we were doing our probation in the National Police Academy in the year 1991, there was a very prominent civil servant who was of the rank of Chief Secretary. He took a lecture. He told us that everybody tells you that you are a public servant, and today I am going to tell you something which nobody has ever told you. And what I am going to tell you, that you are not a servant but you are a ruler, R-U-L-E-R. He said you are a ruler. Then we were all very shocked. How we are rulers? He said that don't think that ruler means the kings. I don't mean by that. When I say that you are a ruler, that means you should work according to the rules. That is the golden principle of civil services. See, he says that the most beautiful thing about the civil services is that all the rules are codified. It is passed by the parliament. It is issued by the Government of India or the state governments, and we all know. And if we follow those rules throughout our life, then we will never have any problem. So this is a very, very important rules. Most of the people don't know the rules, don't bother about the rules, and they follow the orders of their senior officers or the politicians, and that is why they get into troubles. But if you follow the rules, then I can assure you that there is going to be absolutely no problem in your life. So this is the first golden rule, that you should be a ruler because you should follow the rules and laws of the land, and you should know the rules and laws of the land. The second very important rule, which has been told by my Director General when we were doing training, he once told us that never learn do's from the rules. Never learn do's from the rules. Learn only don'ts from the rule. Now what he says is that most of the bureaucrats, he says that is the difference between an officer and a clerk. He says a clerk or a clerical or babu, what bureaucrats are popularly known. A babu is somebody who will always see if I have to do something where is prescribed in the rule. He said no. He says that you only see the don'ts of the rule because the don'ts provide you the boundary within which you have to work. What it means is that unless something is prohibited in the rules, you must presume that it is granted and it is within your power to do the rules. So it is very similar. You see, in a free society where we live, we know that if anything is not prohibited, then as a free citizen of the country, we are free to do whatever we feel like. In the same way, in the bureaucracy also the same principle applies. If you are a civil servant and if something is not prohibited, you take it that this is permitted and therefore you should do, and you should never look for the do's from the rules, only if the don'ts. So the don'ts are like a boundary. You don't cross the boundary, but within that boundary, you are free to do whatever you feel like. Then the third rule which I am going to tell you was told by one of very senior and very respected officer of our department. He once wrote an article. He said that, you see, you should never treat your salary as the compensation for your work. He says that the government officers are doing such important work that there can be actually no compensation for their work. For example, to give you my own example, from year 2012 to 2015, I was the commissioner of large taxpayer unit Chennai. Now, this commissionerate was earning a revenue of 10,000 crore rupees approximately, the central excise and the service tax revenue per year. Now imagine that if any organization is running and earning a revenue of something around 10,000 crore, the commissioner or the top ranking officer would naturally be paid the salary in terms of crores, while my salary was hardly say 15 to 20 lakh rupees per annum. He says that how can you evaluate the work of the district magistrate or the superintendent of police or the income tax commissioner or the customs commissioner? Actually, the government can never pay the salary according to what you are doing. But you should never expect that. He says that if the salary or this is your main motive, you should never join the public service. He says that even the most prominent people like Bill Gates, Narayan Murthy or Azim Premji, they are doing a lot of public good. They are doing a lot of public service. They have earned a lot of money and then they are spending the money on the public. Because while serving the public, you get a very different type of satisfaction, and that satisfaction can never be weighed. Now, as a public servant, you imagine that you are doing throughout your life, you have the opportunity to do public service. And so, you are serving lakhs and lakhs of people. If I am earning, let us say, if my commissionerate is earning 10,000 crores of revenue, you can imagine that it is going to benefit lakhs of people in this country. And that is the satisfaction I should draw. So, the third rule, my friend, is that you should never expect any compensatory remuneration from the government. You should treat the salary as the honorarium. It is only given to you so that you can live a decent life. It is not supposed to be the compensation for the hard work you are doing. So this is the third rule you should understand. The fourth rule is that never accept any free lunches. See, when you will join a civil services, you will find that a lot of people will be coming to you and offering you a lot of free services. Please sir, I will give you the pass, you go and see the cricket match, I will give the vehicle, I will give you this facility, please come to my home, please come to my 5-star hotel, and you will be, treated with the a lot of facilities. You will be told that, you can get free lunches. Please do not believe on that, because let me tell you something, that whenever you get anything free, you have to pay a large amount of things in the compensation. So never accept any free lunch. Suppose you take a 5-star lunch which costs you, let us say, 10,000 rupees, then you will have to pay something which may be costing you lakhs of rupees in terms of your reputation, in terms of your government revenues, government benefits, freebie. So you should always remember, my friend, that the fourth rule is that you should never accept any free lunches, because there is no free lunch in the world. It is better that you outright pay the money and then take whatever you can afford to, rather than enjoying something free of cost and thereafter paying a huge amount of money in terms of reputation, in terms of the government power misutilization. That will be far more dangerous to you. Then the fifth rule which I want to tell you, my friend, is that you should be result oriented. See, you will find a lot of civil servant cribbing that they have been posted from this place to the other place and they have been treated very unfairly by the politicians or their senior officers because they are orient or because they are honest and all that. Please do not believe them. Any civil servant which plays a victim role, that they have been victimized by the system, is actually telling a lie. He is trying to compensate, he is trying to cover his incompetence in the guise of that victimization role. The fact is that mere sitting on the chair does not give you the power, and that is not the purpose. It is not sufficient to be honest. What is more important is that you should be able to deliver the results as well. If somebody is not able to deliver the result, then that person cannot work. For example, I give you an example. Let us say you are writing a competitive exam, let us say, or any board exam also, suppose you are writing, In the board exam, you say that I am not copying. Whether it is sufficient that you don't copy? See, if you want to score good marks in the examination, you have to write the answers very well. In the same way, when you are working as a civil servant, it is not sufficient that you are not cheating, you are not corrupt. What is more important is that whatever job is assigned to you, you should be able to deliver that job in a very best possible manner. And for that, you require your team to be with you. You have to take your people with you, because just like a cricket match, for example, if you are playing a cricket match, my friend, and suppose you are the best player in the cricket match and there are 11 players and suppose the 10 don't play, can you win any match? It is absolutely impossible even for the best player. In the same way, you are the leader, you are the captain of your office, but you need to take the support of your people. So friend, the fifth rule is that you should be result oriented. Now the question comes is that you believe that other people are not cooperating because other people are, let us say, they are corrupt, inefficient and all that. How can I, take other people along? This is the question. Then the sixth rule is divide and conquer or divide and rule. See, if you join any organization, you will find that organizations like the society is full of good and bad people. There are honest people and there are dishonest people. There are efficient people, there are inefficient people. There are sincere people and there are insincere people. And it is up to you to choose which is the right people to be promoted. I can assure you that if you start promoting the honest people, the efficient people, the good people in your office, then what is going to happen? That more and more people will come to your fold. And so you divide the people into good and bad, honest and corrupt, efficient, inefficient, and take the right people along with you, and then you will have an army of people who will be able to defeat the other side, that is the corrupt people, that is the inefficient people, and that is the bad people. And so this is the very, very important point, that you should divide and conquer. You should not think that all officers are alike, all people are alike, all the taxpayers are alike. There are good people, bad people. Take the good people with you and then fight with the bad people, and then you will be able to easily defeat them. Then finally, my friend, the seventh golden rule is that you should always maintain a work-life balance. I find that this is something which many people, particularly in the young age, are forgetting. See, we have to understand that we have to satisfy our soul. We need love also, we need affection also, and it is the time that we should distribute our time between our families, our friends, our relatives, and also our job. We should try to finish our job within the stipulated hour, and we should have sufficient time to spend with our family, our friends, and our relatives. We have our social responsibilities also. See, it is like standing on 2 feet. If you are standing on 1 feet, that is only the professional front, then you will not be able to sustain for very long period. If you want to sustain for very long period, you must learn to stand on the 2 feet, because whenever 1 feet is tired, you can take support of the other feet. In the same way, my friend, you should always remember that you should have a very strong support from your family coming. You must spend your family, you must spend your time with the children, with your wife, with your husband, and never neglect them. Because there will be time in your professional career when your bosses will not like you and you will be thrown from this place to other place, and if your identity is totally dependent upon your professional career, then what will happen? That you will be totally broken man. You will not be able to sustain. And therefore, if you have a second support system, then you will be easily able to withstand all sort of pressures. Even if you're transferred from one place to another, even if you're given a less important post, even if you're shunted, then it is not going to make any difference to you, because we have a strong family to back up, the friends to back up, and this is going to make your life perfectly balanced. So this is my suggestion. So I have given you the 7 golden rule. If you follow these 7 golden rule, which are that you should be a ruler, you should not learn do's from the rules, you should treat your salary as an honorarium, then you should be result oriented, you should not accept any free lunch, and you should divide the people into bad and good and conquer the good people on your side, and you should maintain the work-life balance. And if you are able to follow all these 7 golden rules in your life, you will be absolutely successful and you will never have any problem in your life. So I hope that I've been able to convey my message, and I've been able to give you some formula which is very useful for not only the civil servants who are working, but also the people who are aspiring to be civil servant or aspiring to join any other profession also, these principles will be absolutely relevant for them also. Thank you very much, my friends, for watching my video. Keep watching my video and share your comments. I'll be very grateful for that. Thank you very much. All the best. God bless you.